Let's cut straight to the hard truth so we don't waste anyone's money. If you have stretch marks, buying expensive serum won't fix it, and neither will most cosmetic injections. A recent conversation with top dermatologists made one thing crystal clear: skin boosters simply cannot erase existing scar tissue. Those marks represent permanent structural changes to your skin, and once that architecture is broken, injecting fluid underneath isn't going to magically stitch the holes back together. So, stop scrolling hoping for a miracle cure for old scars today. But here is what actually happens when you get treated correctly, and why understanding the difference between a filler and a skin booster is the smartest investment you can make for your face. Think of your skin like a dry sponge. Over years of sun exposure and stress, that sponge shrinks, loses elasticity, and looks dull. That is exactly what skin boosters attack. Unlike fillers, which are thick gels designed to push out wrinkles by adding bulk and reshaping contours, skin boosters consist almost entirely of pure hyaluronic acid delivered via microinjections. Their sole job is deep hydration. By flooding the upper dermis with moisture, they expand the skin cells slightly, strengthening the overall structure from the inside out. You aren't changing your bone shape or creating fake lips, you are restoring supple, healthy skin tone and texture. It creates that coveted glass skin look not because someone glued something onto your face, but because your biological machinery has been rebooted to function better again. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why doesn't my 100 bottle of Hay serum work then? Great question. And the answer lies in chemistry. Commercial topical products usually feature large molecule sizes. Think of trying to pour concrete into a crack in the sidewalk. The cement sits right there on top. Similarly, big Ha molecules sit harmlessly on your epidermis, doing nothing for the problem below. Effective treatments require low molecular weight hyaluronic acid, engineered to penetrate all the way down into the dermal layer, where the real action happens. Only a trained professional knows how to navigate this safely. Vascular placement is risky business. If you accidentally hit a vein, you block blood flow, which can cause blindness or necrosis. That is why DIY attempts are dangerous nonsense. You need an eye on anatomy, not just hope. There is also a massive myth floating around about pain. People assume needles equal agony. Wrong. Modern skin boosters come preloaded with lidocaine, numbing agents built right into the solution. Yes, the machine does prick your skin, maybe 30 times during a 10-minute session. But it feels less like surgery, and more like getting tapped lightly with a sugar cube. There is zero downtime pain thanks to the lingering anesthesia, though you might feel slight soreness or see a little bruise later. Just avoid splashing tap water on the fresh spots for the first 24 hours. Stick to gentle micellar wipes. As for sunlight, go ahead and go outside. Since the treatment goes deep beneath the surface barrier, UV rays aren't hurting anything immediately. However, skip the sauna and heavy workouts for a couple of days just to let any swelling settle. Who gets these treatments? Surprisingly, while the industry used to be exclusively feminine, the numbers are shifting. Currently, women still hold the majority share, roughly 7 parts to 3, largely because they tend to research and book consultations proactively. Men, however, often wait until they absolutely demand an appointment. Interestingly, biologically speaking, men actually age slower visually because their thicker skin retains structural integrity longer. Yet, environment kills everyone faster than genes ever did. Whether you are a man or woman, skipping sunscreen and living a chaotic lifestyle will ruin even the thickest genetic advantage. Hormones play a part. Sure, menstrual cycles and menopause affect use, but inconsistency in protecting our skin is the real villain. We also need to talk about mindset. There is a dangerous trend called the escalation trap. Once people try a booster and love the result, they suddenly want fillers everywhere else, then Botox, then lasers forever. It becomes an addiction cycle driven by social media pressure rather than actual medical necessity. Ethical doctors fight this constantly. Success shouldn't be measured by how much product you consume, but by how well your skin functions naturally. True radiance comes from fixing underlying issues like pigmentation first, supported by good nutrition and sleep, rather than chasing impossible standards created by Instagram filters. So, should you do it? Not necessarily tomorrow. Most experts agree on a tiered approach. Try solidifying your basics first, a strict routine of moisturizing, and, yes, wearing sunscreen religiously. Often, simple consistency yields 80% of the benefit. For stubborn dark circles, targeted fillers might help lift the shadow. For uneven tones, gentle chemical peels or laser toning work wonders. Then, consider skin boosters as the final piece of the puzzle. A refresh button for the whole face, neck, chest, and hands. It takes commitment, likely a series of sessions close together followed by touch-ups every 6 months as your skin builds its own resilience. Ultimately, the cost varies wildly depending on the brand and region, sometimes running into hundreds of dollars per vial, paying mostly for reputation rather than magic bullets. Remember, cheaper isn't always safer, and expensive doesn't guarantee perfection. What matters is finding a provider who listens to your reality, manages your expectations honestly, and prioritizes your long-term health over quick sales pitches. Don't fall for the hype, understand the science. Know that stretch marks are permanent, but texture and glow are negotiable. Make informed decisions, trust professionals, and realize that the best beauty secret is often just taking care of yourself consistently. Thanks for sticking around to learn the real deal. Keep questioning, keep caring, and remember that confidence starts from within. See you in the next one. Check out Profile for podcast summaries.